Page 29, the golden rule. On page 28, they're introducing you to a type of playing called staccato. Now this is what we call in music a big fancy long word called articulation. It's how you play the note. An accent, I've talked about natural accent, that's a type of articulation. A staccato is articulation. Legato, playing them connected like we've been doing all along, that's articulations. You've been doing stuff you didn't know you were doing. Well, the symbol for a staccato is a dot, and they show it at the top of page 28. This, on the left, this is staccato, and then on the right they're showing the legato. That's the slurred lines, or no lines at all. Either way. The says are opposite, and in a way they are, because legato is connected. You connect the notes. Staccato is anything else. That basically is how it works. Because there's different lengths of staccato. They're not all the same length. You can have really short staccatos, and you can have where the notes are just barely disconnected. That's still staccato. And you only get one dot. Well, there is another symbol they use occasionally, but we won't get into that. We're just dealing with dots. So the dot doesn't tell you how long the staccato is. The interpretation does, and your teacher does, or I do, or somebody. For now, and then later on I'll explain to you how to get into deciding how long it should be. Right now we're going to keep them really short. Now as far as the technique goes for playing them, there's 3 different techniques I'm aware of, but some teachers only teach 2. I say that because depending on what teacher you have, I don't know what they're teaching or how they teach. And if you have multiple teachers, you'll have one teacher for a while, and then for whatever reason you have another teacher, and then I've had 5 concert pianist teachers, plus one other teacher I had when I was a little kid that taught me up through, junior high school and up to when I was about 14, I guess, is when I stopped taking lessons from her. And they differ. They teach it different ways, and they have different ideas. So you just take whatever your teacher has to offer you and absorb everything they have to offer you. And later on, if another teacher does something different, great. Take everything they have to offer you and absorb it all. And then at the end, whatever the end is, you can take all these different ideas and put them together, and that's you. That's what you've done. Sort of what I've done. Well, in the golden rule, the technique we're going to start out with is what I call a finger staccato. It's done with the fingers. This isn't weight here, this is fingers, and you're just simply plucking in on these fingers, and on the thumb you have to up and down, because the thumb is sideways. It would pluck sideways. That didn't work. So here at the beginning, in the right hand, to forget the rhythm and all that, let's just get the staccato part. You're in C position. We're just going to get the notes. It's a C. You just go up and down with the thumb. And then the D, I'm going to pluck it. And the E is same thing. I'm plucking them. I'm plucking each of these. It's just a real short note. In the left hand, it's the same thing. Now you're in C position down here. So again, I'm going to pluck these. Except the thumb has to go up and down. As time goes on, we'll cover the other techniques, but work on this technique for now. Some teachers don't teach this technique. They teach the other techniques that I'll explain a little later. So if your teacher gets here and they want to use a different technique, great, let them. Go for it. Just absorb everything that teacher has to offer. So in here, it looks kind of ugly. It really isn't if you look at it, because you're in C position here. And if you look on the beat 1, the left hand has a note, the right hand has a rest. So you can play the left hand. And the next one, the right hand has a note, the left hand has a rest, and you're just alternating is all this is. Now, it says moderately fast. I don't know what that is exactly. It's up to you. What do you think moderately fast is? It's not fast, it's sort of fast, huh? Something like that. And it's piano. See the little P there in the middle? And that's for the melody. Of course, in this piece, it's all melody. Both hands get the melody, so you're going to play them the same. That's interesting. There's a repeat sign at the end. We're going to play this twice. Let's go through and play it very slowly just to double check. I don't know that we need to check notes and rhythms. It's pretty straightforward, but I'd still like to do it anyway. Go through the exercise. We need more practice at playing, so let's do this. I'll give us 4 counts and we'll play it. So hands in C position. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go.